for this presentation, and this is a work that is very collaborative. So we work in the Heath and Hughes lab in Colorado. And this is a collaboration with Dr. Dan Denman, also in the University of Colorado. So what we did is we did neuronal recordings. They are very high density recordings from those neurons. And as far as I can tell, this is the first in-depth investigation of vision function during the context of demyelination using these neuropixels recording. So what we're able to show is that as the system gets demyelinated, there is a delay in the response of the system to the visual stimuli. So that's the main finding. And this is something that has been seen from other people looking in less sensitive techniques. For example, just measure the VPs. There are many other groups that have shown that as there is loss of myelin, there is a delay in 70 peak of the VP or P100 peak of the VP. So there is usually a delayed processing of the visual information due to the loss of myelin. And then as myelin gets restored, then there will be a restoration of the function, which can be partial depending on the level of the restoration of the myelin. But those are, so there are changes that happen to the whole system. There are changes that happen at the level of single neurons. Not specifically in the context of vision, but other contexts, people have shown that neurons, they fire differently when they are demyelinated. So they can become hyperexcitable and start firing more, or they can become also less responsive. Some types of the neurons become less responsive, some other ones become more responsive. So there's a whole change to the system and how it works in the context of demyelination. What we are doing is a preclinical work. So what we're doing is in mice. So all the work we have done is in mice, and it's all more like basic science and really trying to understand the mechanism of the changes and how one thing links with the others. And I think most of the work that has done in this aspect has been done in mice. There are some people who also studied some other models like monkeys. So this collaboration that we have, this project is a collaboration with a company called Autobahn Therapeutics. So they are a company that excited to develop new therapeutics for brain disorders, including MS. And they, in addition to collaborating with us, they also collaborated with Ian Duncan. And Ian Duncan has a model of demyelination in cats. So he also has found that this therapeutics has some beneficial effects in cats in terms of restoration of vision. So if you give these therapeutics, you accelerate remyelination, you accelerate repair of the myelin, and you also accelerate some of the recovery of visual function in mice, as we are going to show in our work and in other models, like in cats, like Ian Duncan is showing with the same therapeutics. So I think the findings are very translational. The findings that people usually have in this subject, they are very translational. If you find people who usually find very consistently that with the amelioration of myelin repair, you also get functional changes in amelioration of phenotypes in mice, in cats, in monkeys.